Hi, this is Michelle from Life School, and today we're going to do a very quick demonstration on how to make a steak. Now, a lot of people tell me that they absolutely love steak but are scared to make it at home, and I think this is a very reasonable fear to have. It's an expensive cut of meat, and it's very easy to both overcook or undercook. Something that I tell people is if you get a digital thermometer, you basically won't mess this up. You just take it to 135 degrees if you like medium rare, and you're good to go. So today we're just going to do a very quick demonstration on how to make that happen. And without further ado, let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is get the pan ripping hot. So I'm going to just turn on my little burner here and get that started. While this is heating up, let's talk about ingredients. So you'll want a steak. This one is a New York strip, and you want a steak that is about 1.5 inches thick. You can use lots of different cuts, sirloin, T-bone, there's so many different types. I'll link a little more information about that in the lesson below. Other things highly recommended are some salt and pepper, and you might want to add a little herb. This is rosemary, and we're also going to throw in some garlic. And then we're going to use some compound butter that I made earlier, but you can just throw in regular butter as well. This compound butter has some herbs chopped into it, and you'll need a little oil. So while this is heating, we'll go ahead and season the steak. We'll just use a generous, large pinch of salt. Get both sides. This is really going to help ensure that crust. Little pepper. And then we want to make sure that this pan is ripping hot. So we're just going to do a test where we put a tiny bit of water on it and make sure that it sizzles. That's the noise we're looking for. All right, so this is very hot. In fact, we're going to turn it down, and we'll go ahead and just put a little oil in the pan right in the center. We're going to throw in the steak. We're going to want to sear it for 2 to 3 minutes on this first side and then flip it. And about 30 seconds into the flip, we'll add the butter, the herbs, the garlic, and let it finish up. Smash the garlic. Make sure that the flavor comes out. It's starting to smell quite yummy. We're just going to let it cook here on about medium-high heat. While this is cooking, you can basically start cleaning up. Okay, the steak has been cooking for about 2 minutes, so we're gonna go ahead and give it a flip. It's looking beautiful. And now we'll throw in the compound butter, or regular butter, and some sprigs of rosemary and the garlic. As the steak cooks, you can baste it a bit, meaning just sort of tilt it over and grab some of this hot fat and butter and liquid and spoon it over the steak. So remember, we're going for 135. All right, 90. It has a ways to go. Let's do another test. All right, we're at 100. It's coming along. So we'll just keep basting it. All right, it's getting close. Do some final basting here. Okay, very close, 128. Do one final flip. I'm gonna turn it down. $134, $135. The term is we're gonna pull the steak. And now we're just gonna let it rest for about 5 minutes. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes of resting. I think it's safe to cut into this steak. All right, so you can see that the edges here are a little bit less rare than the middle will be. Let's take a peek at the middle. And you can see here that we have a light pink interior. Let's have a bite. Absolutely delicious. A steak is just a delicious thing to have, whether for a date night or a special dinner, some sort of celebration, or just when you really need a little extra protein. Thank you so much for watching, and best of luck. I was going to save this for dinner, but this is quite tasty.